my video review of the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Rat King figure. I already reviewed the Rat King from 1989, and I mentioned I was going to review this one. And I actually been thrilled to review this toy because, well, I'll get to that in a sec. This is actually the Rat King figure from 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. When I first saw him in the episode I Monster, I was really psyched to see what he looks like. And I was actually really surprised too, because, I mean, just look at him. He looks like the Grim Reaper wearing Kung Lao's hat. Well, by Kung Lao, I mean the fighter from Mortal Kombat. His hat kind of looks like that, but let's not get off track there. This figure is pretty cool, but before I get to him, like usual, I'm going to show off the box. It's just about the same as the as my other figures. My other 2012 figures, the Ninja Turtles and Splinter. So it's got the title of the show and the Nickelodeon logo. There's all 4 turtles, and there's the Rat King's name. And right there it says Telepathic Commander of the Rat Army. Well, of course he is, and that's what makes him awesome. Now the back shows it all. Oh my god, just look at him. I mean, I never expected the Rat King to look this scary. I mean, Nickelodeon was kind of pretty serious with designing him. I mean, I'm not saying they went too far. I do like what the Rat King looks like in the new show. But hey, just look at his red eyes. I mean, it's just very intimidating. So right there, it's got the Rat King's name again and his bio. I hope you can read that well, because I'm not gonna feel like doing so. So, as usual, his weapons, his army of rats and telepathic powers. And right here it says he's a team of the Rat Army and the Krang. When did the Rat King join the Krang? I never recall it ever. I guess I'll find that out in a future episode. So yeah, the Rat King is a figure from the Wave 3 toys. So yeah, the Rat King is right there, and he came along with Leatherhead and the Cockroach Terminator. And of course, there's also the figures from the Wave 2, like Baxter Stockman and Snakeweed. I never really did get any of the Wave 2 figures, but I'm not worrying about that right now. So yeah, I do like the Rat King's picture on the back of this box. It's just very good. And you know, he does look better without the rat pins on his eyes, but sorry about that. I'll just put this down. So here is the Rat King figure himself. For the color scheme, he has his black outfit. It does remind me of the Grim Reaper, since it's a long black trench coat, and his hat is all black too. I think in the show he has like a stripe around it, but that's no matter. Trying to make sure you can see well. He actually has green skin. I don't recall remembering having him, him having green skin in the show. I thought his skin was more yellowish white or whatever, but that's no matter. He also has the rat pins around his eyes, and he has rat pins all over his body too, like on his arms and on his legs, and he also has sandals on. I don't remember him wearing those, but that's no matter. Now, just like the 1989 Rat King, this one has some molted rats on him. Like he has 2 right here on his shoulders, and 1 on his arm. The only minor complaint I have is that these rats should have been painted in a different color rather than just blend in with his clothes. Hold on, I'm trying to get into. Oh god, I seriously dropped the camera. His walking cane keeps bending. Now, he also comes with this tiny rat figure. That I do like that feature. I mean, I do like that he comes with this. This is a white rat and has a pink tail. The tail is actually a little too long. I guess you can say that. And he can actually hold the rat in his hand, like I showed in the beginning of the video. Yeah, the Rat King can hold this rat in his hand pretty well, and that's what it showed on the back of the box too. You can also place the rat like you can also place the rat like on top of his hat right here. It slips off often, but it does stay on. And speaking of the Rat King's accessories, besides just the rat, he also comes with this walking cane, or whatever. I'm trying to get him standing while I. Oh wait, I forgot about that. You see, he comes with this walking cane. It's actually longer than Donatello's bow, and there's no rabbits on it or anything. But yeah, it's always bending. It's not really sturdy, but yeah, and the Rat King can only hold it in his left hand. And what I forgot about when I said I was trying to get him to stand is that he can't really stand without the cane at all. No matter how hard you try to position his legs. And speaking of which, I almost forgot the articulation. His head can move side to side a little bit, but because of his trench coat, you know, his huge collar, it doesn't really his head can't move very well. His arms can move forward and back, as well as in and out. Oh wait, sorry, this is in and out, and it can move forward and back, and he can rotate at the wrist 360. Same thing with his left arm, and his legs can also move forward and back and in and out too. But of course, his arms and legs don't bend at all. But I don't really care about that. Oh yeah, and his hat doesn't come off, nor do the rat pins on his eyes. I'm a little disappointed about that because, like I said, he looks better without the rat pins on him. Well, on his eyes, I mean. Now, like I showed with my 1989 Rat King, since I do have the 2012 Splinter figure, when I first saw the episode I Monster, like as usual, I'm always excited to see the Rat King put Splinter under his control, and he did turn him against the Turtles. Now, since the 2012 Rat King doesn't need a magic flute to control rats, he has his telepathic powers, like his red glowing eyes. And I almost forgot to mention, like it says on the back of the box, it says in his bio, the Rat King was originally a human, a normal guy named Dr. Victor Falco, who is another enemy of the Turtles. And then he encountered a lab accident involving all the rats he has in the cage, and then there was an explosion, and then he became the Rat King. He was able to use telepathic powers to control every rat in New York, including Splinter. And of course, he always sent off a rat infestation all over New York. When I saw the episode, there was like millions of them all over the city, and that's where the Turtles had to rescue April from all that. So then eventually the Rat King starts controlling Splinter, and then the Turtles must find him first. But of course, Rat King already controlled Splinter, and now the Turtles had no choice but to fight him. And it was mostly up to Leonardo to try to snap him out of it. But yeah, like I said, it's always exciting to see the Rat King control Splinter. I always loved that part. Now, here's what I forgot to mention in my 1989 Rat King. Because he's my first favorite villain in the Ninja Turtles, I made an AMV of the Rat King from the 2012 and the 2003 and the 80s Rat King from those shows. And I made the tribute featuring Linkin Park's Figure .09. It's a really good tribute, even though it doesn't have much views at all. And speaking of the different Rat Kings from the shows, I do like the one from the 80s show and the 2012 show. But the one from the 2003 show is, the 2003 Rat King is my least favorite because he's rather ugly looking. I mean, he looks he looks more like a mummy, and he has like a zombie-like face. I mean, just look at him. So you see what I mean? Yeah, that Rat King is my least favorite. Speaking of which, I saw the episode where he first appears in that show. It was also called I Monster, just like the 2012 episodes was. And he never really tried to control Splinter. All he did was use his breath to destroy the turtles, and that was it. I don't know if that Rat King appeared in another episode, one where he actually does control Splinter. If there is, then let me know, because I really want to see that. But let's stop talking about the 2003 show. This is the 2012 figure we're talking about. This is a really good Rat King figure. I do like him a lot, and I never expected him to be available already, because I can never find him in any other store besides Toys R Us, nor can I ever find him on eBay for some reason, and that was really weird. But yeah, I was really surprised beyond belief to find this Rat King figure. Along with, I also found the Cockroach Terminator and Leatherhead as well. But never mind about those. I really do like this figure a lot. And I hope maybe Sean Long reviews him too, along with the Cockroach Terminator maybe. But yeah, this is a very good figure. I hope you liked this video and my tribute to the Rat King from the free shows, the free cartoons. I already gave you a link to that AMV, so I hope you enjoy it. That's just about it. All I have to say. And yeah, let's have him and Splinter in the end, because he is indeed the Rat King Squire now. That's about it. That's about all there is to say. See you later. So as you can see, the color scheme on the Rat King, his trench coat is all black, like in the show, and Rigby, for the last time, you're not in the video. Get out here.